welcome to Crafting Unedited. My name's Sierra, and today we are going to talk about calibrating your Cricut machines. So we need to calibrate our machines because if not, sometimes the system can get a little bit wonky and your print and cut materials can kind of go offset a little bit, or it can not recognize the black lines that like it should. Or if you're using a knife blade, that one is very finicky, and sometimes it'll cut off of where it should be cutting, and just a couple of other things. It just keeps your machine up to date and kind of just like calibrating your TV screen to fit properly, or your computer screen, or your phone for your touch screen and whatnot. It's just something, it's a healthy thing, healthy habit for your machine, if you would call it that. Anyways, so that's what we're going to talk about today. So first we're going to open up Design Space, and you can either go to your canvas or you can go to home, whatever you want, wherever you land is fine. Either way, you're going to go up to the three lines here in the top left-hand corner right here next to where it says Canvas, and you're going to click on that. You'll see on the drop-down it has all of your information: Home, Canvas, New Machine Setup, and Calibration. You're going to go to Calibration. Click that, and you'll select, you get the rotary blade, you get the knife blade, and the print and cut. So in order to calibrate your rotary blade, you will need a rotary blade. But it'll give you, what you'll do is you'll click on rotary blade, and it'll show you exactly what to do. It is the same process for each one of these settings, or calibrations. You'll put the rotary blade into clamp B, and then you'll place the printer paper on top in the top left corner of the mat. So I take that back. It's not the exact same. So for this one, it's just a blank sheet of printer paper. For the knife blade, again, a blank sheet of printer paper, I believe. We'll double check on that. And then for the print, then cut calibration, it is an actual printed piece of paper, which we'll get to in a second. So for the calibration sheet, my maker is turned off. That's why it didn't. So you're going to load the mat, and then once it detects it, you'll hit continue. It's my machine turning on. Just ignore that. I don't need to calibrate this because I already have calibrated my rotary blade very recently, actually. So we're going to skip this step for mine. But basically, all you do is load your printer paper onto your mat exactly as it's shown here. You hit continue, it does its thing. You'll see if it's right, and then it'll be done. All right. And then we'll go to knife blade. Calibration, knife blade. Same thing, printer paper, top corner of the mat, continue, maker, insert paper, same as before. And then print then cut. So this is good for your stickers, your print then cut iron-ons, water slides, really just a whole array of different things that you can create with the print then cut. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, do so that you can see all my other videos, or just scroll through my channel. I have a ton, or not a ton, I have a few on the print and cut method. So go ahead, watch those. It's pretty cool. So I've already printed this, and because I've already printed this, it's going to make me reprint. But we'll just pretend that it printed. So I'm going to place my sheet on the mat, and then we're going to jump over to the maker, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. So give me just 1 second, and we'll go ahead, jump over there. I'll do a quick time lapse, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty? See you in a second. Alrighty, we are back. So what you just saw in the time lapse is a quick run through of what the machine does when it's calibrating. Now, as it's calibrating, you saw me like show you a few things. So, a couple things to keep in mind. You want to use a light grip mat, so a blue mat for this because you are using a piece of printer paper. You want to make sure that you have a bright light so that you can see on your test cut where the center line is, where the cut in the center of the line is on each side. So I was trying to show you in the time lapse, but I'm not sure if you got it. But basically, you want to make sure Cricut Design Space will prompt you throughout that whole process to check on the things that I was giving you thumbs up on, showing you around and whatnot. Each time it'll ask you where it cut, are you happy with that? And there's one prompt that says, excuse me, which cut is in the center line, 1 through 21, A through U, or top and right. You'll select which one of those cuts is right in the middle of that black line. And then at the end, it'll ask you if you're happy with your cut. If you select no, it'll take you through the calibration again until you are happy with your cut. I was pleased with mine. It was pretty spot on, so I think that my machine is pretty well set. That was the only calibration that I haven't done. I try to do this every few months just to keep it, happy and healthy. So just a few things to keep in mind when using your Cricut. It's like a little baby. It's your pride and joy. It's a very expensive computer machine, and it does require some upkeep, cleaning your blades, making sure that the inside of your Cricut is cleaned so that you don't have any debris hanging out in there, unplugging your machine when you are done with it. Unplug it, turn it off, prevent your house from catching on fire. There has been a few stories of that. So, and it is true. Just make sure that you unplug it, turn it off, let it rest. And also calibrating your machine, keeping your blades clean and up to date, and only using Cricut products in that machine as far as blades and mats go. It's just easier that way, guys. Alrighty, so make sure that you subscribe, and we'll see you next time, alrighty?